Yes, good evening, students. Today I thought I can do 2.1. I missed out grammar in the leisure poem. I have missed out that video, so I thought there were some comments regarding that. So that I can put that. There was a technical cliche, and that's the reason. So we have punctuation give marks in your grammar skills of leisure. So very easy and good already. We know what is this all punctuations like. It's just again and again stressing you to know where to use your full stop, where to use your comma, your question mark, your exclamatory mark, then quotation marks, then colon. Colon here see introduces some information that follows. So normally colons you can see see the two dots, that's called a colon, and we have some information to be carried. You can use that colon. No time to turn at beauty's glance. So again and again is adding the same context, so you should have that colon marks. And then the next one is semicolon. You can see the semicolon way of representing it in the punctuation. See, all this already known to you, but still some students are yet to have some confusions with all these things. So please clear yourself. See, this is your colon and this is your semicolon, and semicolon connect two complete sentences to make it one. So two complete sentences, like you, if you see, but still they can, when you read it, it goes with some singular meaning. That is why we use a semicolon. And then you have an apostrophe. Say it is a mark which is inverted up, like the comma which is inverted up. Possessive, okay, possession of contraction. See, nature's beauty. Can you see that? Yes, before that is that apostrophe is put up. And then when you see this hyphen join words, okay, they join common words. All night, and then late night. You can see the two differences. And the next thing you can see slash, separate numbers, letters, or all those things. You can see, you can use slash articles, conjunctions, modals, all those uses slash. Then we have something called ellipsis. So what is this ellipsis? You can see it easily, the symbol, like it's all the three dotted word which you always end up with. So it indicate omission. So omission in the sense no time to, like we need not write the words. It is understood that some words are missing there. So that is called ellipsis. Three dots you can add some extra information. That is what indicates the ellipsis, the three dots. And then we have parenthesis. You can see the brackets, okay, open and the closing brackets add extra information in a sentence. So you can add them and put them into that extra, like see, you can see the example also given for you. Supertramp, that is released in the year 1908. You can see that bracket, so it's an extra information added. So let's see the punctuation marks for you in exercise A. We have 3 exercises in this lesson, A, B, C. William Henry Davis, a poet and a writer, is from Newport, Wales. So you could see a comma after Davis, after writer, you can use. Then Davis poems are rooted in realism. You can use a comma, and hardship one comma, and then you give a full stop. What is this life? Okay, what is this life? If you have to give a comma, it is straight from the words of the poem. And after that, we care, you should give a comma, and then finally question mark, because what is this life, it goes. Davis is again an apostrophe, memoir, and then the autobiography of a super tramp, one hyphenation you should, it's already given. It is 1908. You should use a apostrophe, the parenthesis is missing over here. I'll just put up the parenthesis here, so you could see this 1908. You should use a parenthesis, okay. And the next one is the same thing. The poet says, see, this is a direct speech, so you should know how to write a direct speech. The poet says, comma, quotation marks, man must turn to nature for comfort and peace. That is how you should make your open quotes and your close quotes, and man must be in capital letter, okay. So that's your exercise A. And then we have exercise B. You have voices. Very, very important sentences are given for you. See, it's very important you should know the SVO in a voice. See, they've asked you the first sentence change into passive form. So first identify SVO. What is S here? WH Davis. What is V is a root. and the poem leisure is your object. So be very clear with identifying the SVO in a sentence. Once you identify the SVO, you have to bring the O to the left hand side and WH Davis goes last, and now verb you should be following. Wrote is in the simple past, so you also have to be in the same simple past when you do your voices. So how can you change the sentence? See, this is like the poem is brought to the subject part. The poem was written by WH Davis. Why I have to write was written? Because the verb was wrote. So sorry, the verb was wrote. So I have to be in the past tense. Second sentence, you can see human beings are comforted by the beauty of nature. So what is as human beings? Verb is are comforted. Beauty of nature is the object part. Now already it is in the passive form. I should remove the by now. So the beauty of the nature comforts the human being. So that is how your answer must be. The beauty of nature comforts a human being. And the next sentence, third sentence, again Davis wrote third. Leisure helps man to relax. So what's your answer over here? Leisure is your subject, helps is your verb, and man is your object. So SVO is found. So helps is your if we are in the simple present. So we should again be in the simple present only. So man is helped by leisure to relax. So this is how your answer would come. Man is helped by leisure to relax. Okay, you can just write as I am saying. You can listen. Listening is very important, children. Davis wrote a memoir, the autobiography of a supertramp. So SVO. So what's your answer? A memoir. That's your object actually. A memoir, the autobiography of a supertramp. My answer must be was written because I have the verb as wrote, so past tense. So I should be in the past form only. So was written by Davis is your answer. So this is your exercise B of your leisure poem. And when you come to the next one, we have convert the following steps in reported form. So very simple, direct and indirect speech. So you could see the poet writes a squirrel hide their nuts in grass. Writes what he writes, the squirrel hide their nuts in grass. So what's your answer? Like I should remove the comma, and when I remove the comma I should add a connector. What will be the connector over here? Why I am saying the connector must be used is just because you know that it's when we move into the indirect form, we don't use the open quotes and the closed quotes and all. We don't use apostrophes. So all that is there. So what we are supposed to do, a connector is very important in my sentence. So what is a connector? If I'm going to remove this writes, okay, this comma, I should add a connector. So this is a connector I'm using. So that is a connector in my sentence, because this sentence is a what sentence? It's just a simple sentence. It's assertive. The squirrels hide their nuts in grass. 4 types of sentence are there. In the 4 types is the first type, assertive. So when I have an assertive in my colon, I should use that as my connector. So the poet writes that the squirrels hide their nuts in grass. That's all. So what is my second sentence? The poet says man must turn to nature for comfort and peace. So very simple sentence again. It is not any question sentence or what is that other imperatives, nothing of that sort. So I can first of all remove my comma. How to remove my comma? The same thing as I told you. I should use a that. Okay. So the poet says that man must turn to whatever is your answer, turn to nature. My very important thing is I should be very careful with this part in my direct indirect. So says means I should be using the same says because it's in the present form. So writes, so I can use the same form. If it is something else only, I should be much bothered. Otherwise I can write the same person, the same verb form. Next last form, you can see WH Davis in the last emphasizes WH Davis. So I can add it in the beginning. WH Davis emphasizes that. So again that, why that? The sentence is just a simple assertive sentence. It is only assertive. So you can use Davis emphasizes that nature, all that what is there in your sentence you can write. You need not write provided.